Designer of 2024. Welcome to India Today Television.
That's very sweet. Thank you. Nice to be here with you. Keep me busy, keep me talking so I don't fret about the show, which is in an hour.
Of course, Tarun. To begin with, ICW, having worked in this industry for so long, what keeps you always, what inspires, what's the inspiration?
To get better and better and better. You go into design because you just love it. You love the process in your head, the synapses, the inspiration, the filtering of many ideas. And we come from a tradition of embroidery and craft, but we didn't have a tradition of tailoring, and because we were a textile industry. So now what we've done is, as we get better and we get more craft, you see the draping, the corsetry, to mix our heritage, our embroidery, our textile, with shapes that could be done by anyone in the world. Because that's how, India is today. Look at your dress. This is the new India. And it's always exciting to do the new thing. When you're in design, you want to do the new thing, the new thing, the new thing. That's what keeps you going. I'm never bored. I'm inspired by anything. I'll get 10 ideas tonight. It's just how I'm wired. And as long as that works, I'm here. The day that's over,
I know, absolutely. Also one more question. How do you keep juggling between the events and weddings? Recently you did Amani wedding. Now you're doing ICW, and of course,
we're doing clothes. So we're doing the same thing. It's not that I was designing the event or anything. We design beautiful clothes. That's like we did this today. It's the same process. I'm in that factory. I'm in the studio every day. That's where it all gets made. So while it might sound like I'm all over the place, I'm actually right there. So it's all par for the course, and a lot of them work out of things we've done. Today's young brides or people who are dressing up don't really have the mind space to imagine things. So they need to see ready panels, ready outfits, and then they work from them.
And what's the one thing you think a clothing or a material that you feel is ever
I think fine quality, and if you want it to be evergreen, that you want to wear it again and again, and you want it to be sustainable, it must feel beautiful. Luxury is not calm and embroidery and crystal, it's what it makes you feel and what it feels like on your body. If you love this dress, you're going to wear it 10 times. If you don't, it makes you uncomfortable, you're never going to repeat it. So I think that we're very spoiled in India because all these clothes would not be possible without our amazing craftsmen, our embroiderers, our bukeshwalas, the people who are willing to hem and make tassels. We're a craft world over here, and people are happy to make a living just doing things with their hand, being treated by respect. This is our tradition. And I think it's amazing that we've been able to access it, me, other designers, everybody. And it's what keeps me going, and it keeps them happy, and it provides livelihoods. It's much more than making clothes anymore.
And like I said, that you've put in so much effort in so many years in this industry. Do you get these jitters before every show?
Actually the jitters is all from this, which I don't control this. I'm in chaos, there's a carpet lying here, something's not taped, and my jitters are from this. Because when you see that show on the clothes, we fit them 5, 6, 7 times. We fit them on a model. I have a stylist who's worked tirelessly for 7 days, matching jewelry to each piece. We did a fitting yesterday again on 7 outfits. I don't have anything jitter about that, and then something snaps. But you work for 5, 6 months and then you have 25 minutes to show it. So that's the only thing. Will it go well? Will they be at the right speed? Will the photographers get the image that we need to transmit to the world? That's the only thing. Otherwise, I love our clothes. Like I said, I stand by them always.
But how does Tarun deal with the pressure just before the show or the wedding outfit that you made?
Actually, I'm really pressured right now because I'm in this lull. And I'm very pressured looking at that carpet like that and this carpet like this. Others have no pressure. We work. I have a board meeting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. I'll be there. It's not pressure. It's what I get up and go to work for. It's my gift. It's not pressure. So we want to be better. We want to work on things. It's a process. Like Dr. Trihan must go to be a better doctor, or, whoever in every field. The more you do, the better you get. So the key is to keep the inspirations flowing and to stay current, for which I only hang out with young people mostly.
And TT is known for not having a showstopper hang for his shows, but you have also dressed up or designed for so many celebrities. Recently, Kim Kardashian. What was that experience like, and what was the process like? How much time did it take you?
Well, with Kim, you don't get time. But we were contacted by her stylist, Tanya, who's a wonderful person, and they're very meticulous. We'd fit the night before. So, and Kim's got a very particular body. But I was lucky, I was in China and I found a mannequin that looked like her body, and I just bought it and flew it back on the plane with me. So I felt like I was fitting Kim, even though she wasn't here, and I thought she looked terrific. And what I loved about her, and what I thought, as Rose said to her, I said, you freed Indian women to love their curves. It doesn't matter if you have a hip. Fashion has become very constricting for a lot of people, or, why should we take a Western person's idea of what a body is? Our bodies are different, our shapes are different, our culture is different. It takes Kim to make people understand that curvaceousness can be beautiful. So, it was all very rushed, but they were very professional. I didn't even go to Bombay. Mansha went to Head Couture. She fitted her. They were terrific. And it was pleasurable, because they were delighted, they were happy, they were excited. Fashion and anything needs good energy. Then it's fun. You can deal with pressure if there's good energy.
And of all the global icons that you've designed for, who has been your person?
Well, I didn't design for her, but she ended up wearing it, and she stopped and announced it called Lady Gaga, because I also respect her so much as an artist. Her voice, the way her command over the piano, and her breaking boundaries at any point of time, where she never falls into the thing of being expected, and she questions and she liberates. So I think that there's a deep intellect there.
As a designer, I'm pretty sure that you're always under pressure to deliver, in terms of the dress, in terms of design, to come up with something new. How do you deal with that? Of course, I asked you, but how do you deal with the criticism in case it doesn't work well?
The older you get, the more free you get, right? So you do it for your own sake, you do it for your love of it. I'm very democratic, so when I sit with my design assistants and people are fitting, we take feedback. But if it looks really beautiful to me, of course you'll have some hits and some misses. But generally, I think, really you get a skill after 10,000 hours of doing something. And I think that that's really what's happening. If it's criticized, it's criticized, It's not changing my life. I'm going to roll out of bed and go do my next thing. Everything's not going to be 100%. It's okay, that's life. But as you get older, you get a little wiser, so you don't let these things fuss you.
Absolutely. And also, it was such a proud moment. We saw your designs being worn by the young individuals. How did you feel, and what was the process like?
Well, that was a little more rushed because dealing with the government means there are committees, and then there was an election, and there was a new sports minister. Although the IOC were very sweet, PT Usha was amazing. But then, the athletes all over India, we couldn't get measurements, there was no fitting. So it was just, it was a bit rushed. I just designed it to look like a simple, clean look. I wanted the athletes to match the tricolor. Every country practically marches behind their flag. And so they'd say, and I wanted it to be simple and easy and cool. It's not a couture show, it's not a wedding. Let's talk about medals and how cheer our teams on.
Absolutely. And, your concept for tonight, like for the India Picture. If you could tell us about that concept, because I have been watching all your videos and BTS pictures that you've been
Really?
posting.
Well, we called it Otherworld. Sometimes in the middle of your sketching and suddenly a word pops up, like inspiration. They're like bubbles that just float up through, And I suddenly felt, what do I really want? I wanted to be otherworldly. I want it to be three things. I want the clothes to be so light. Luxury, like I said to you, is what's on your body. I want the clothes to look heavy, because that's what our culture is, but feel ethereal, light. Couture is meant to make you the best version of yourself, right? And if it's not super comfortable, and a bride takes off her outfit at 11 o'clock, she wants to wear a black dress and chappals, then we failed. If it's that beautiful and it's such an important outfit in your life, you must want to wear it again and again. Maybe not as a full bridal. A lot of stuff not necessarily bridal. I wanted to celebrate Indian craft, Western cut, lightness. Don't even wear 20 kilos abroad or 10 kilos. It's only something you Indian women torture yourselves with. And maybe it was done at a time when people just sat in the zenana, It's not something in your modern day. You're wearing cool shoes, you might go dancing. Fashion has to adapt to lifestyle, to modernity. even if it's classical. Laila Taibji said a lovely thing. Tradition is not meant to be a cage; it's meant to be a springboard. You know.
Yes.
So I look at it like that. I just wanted to be otherworldly in that I wanted to feel it has everything is done in India, all the craft, everything. But otherworldly means it's not from what we used to see, because we are all moving in that way. And yet it's traditional, there are traditional outfits. But you'll see, and talk to me after the show, do you see a difference in the movement, the way things glide and float over the body? To me, that was very important.
All right, I'm running out of time, but let me ask you the one last question. Three tips that you can give to the new brides coming up. What can they do for their bridal outfits and your inputs?
The most important thing, I think, for a bride is to just be herself. Chachi will want you, Tai will want you to do this, your grandmother wants you to look like Jodha Akbar. Don't. Be who you are. You want to be natural, be natural. You want to leave your hair open. I'm seeing this liberation in young girls now. My own daughter-in-law was like that. Because that's always the most beautiful if you're comfortable in your skin. Wear the colors you want. Don't have to put 100 pieces of jewelry on. Be true to yourself. If you want to wear that, then do it. That's fine too. But you decide. You be the person you want to be. It's your biggest day. You be the best you can.
Well, that's the tip coming from Tarun Tailani himself. Thank you so much for joining us.
I look forward to seeing you after the show. Thank
Of course,
you.
definitely. Thank you so much.